Okay, this is the summary of weather and climate. Right, basically this encompasses the elective geography as well as the pure geography. Weather and climate, three main branches, elements of weather. You have to consider climate change, and for the pure geog students, you have to consider extreme weather as well. First one, elements of weather. Under elements of weather, you have four main areas that you have to consider. Okay, you need to know the measurements of temperature. How does altitude affect temperature? How does location on different latitudes affect temperature? How does distance from the sea, which brings in your local winds as well as your maritime and continental effects, and how would cloud cover also affect temperature? Secondly, you need to consider humidity and rainfall. In this section, you need to know what is relative humidity, how clouds are formed, saturation point and dew point, what exactly is it, and how does it tie in with cloud formation, and the two main rain types that you will learn in your syllabus, orographic and conventional rain. Orographic rain, of course, also known as relief rain. Third, you are looking at winds and pressures. You need to learn about pressure itself. How does pressure flow from high pressure point towards an area of low pressure, and that actually creates wind. Within this sector, the local wind phenomena you study is land and sea breeze. You need to know how to draw the diagrams. That is important. That will help in your explanation. Monsoon winds as well. Monsoon winds, generally there will be a diagram provided, and you need to analyze and describe with suitable name examples. Climate types. Three main climate types you need to cover: equatorial, monsoon, and cool temperate climate types. You need to be able to identify them from the climograph that's given to you. You need to be able to know what are the dominant temperature conditions, average temperature of each climate type, what kind of a temperature range would you see, and what would the precipitation be like. Under climatic change, a little bit more complicated here. You have still four main areas. You need to look at current trends in climatic changes, global warming, what are the causes, as well as impacts of these climatic changes, and what are the human responses that we've done to it. Current trends, basically you have to read the examples yourself. Causes, two main sectors: natural causes, including things like solar variations and volcanic eruptions, which will alter the amount of greenhouse gases in the environment. Man-made causes, including things like burning fossil fuels, our deforestation rate, changing land use, moving towards agriculture, industries, and urbanization. Impacts include things like sea level rising, increased extreme weather conditions, and increase in the speed of diseases spreading. Remember we talked about insects, how they thrive in a warmer climate, and as a result, if you have global warming, insects will propagate faster, and your diseases, insect-borne vectors, will spread faster. Responses, national level and international level. International level, you will have only learned about Kyoto Protocol and Copenhagen Conference. You need to know the specifics of the success and the limitations of each. For the national level, you need to identify that the policies for developed country, Singapore, Plant a Tree, Green Mark, and Green Plan, are different from the policies for less developed country, India, energy labeling, INCCA, and NUTD. So you need to know at least two of each, so that if you're asked to cross compare or asked to assess, you have two different policies to assess. For the pure geography, extreme weather, tropical cyclones. Here we're looking at the responses, short-term and long-term response. This is highly similar to your responses in the tectonics section. Second sector we're looking at is the impacts. What are the economic, physical, and social impacts that tropical cyclones bring to us? In terms of hazards, what kind of a hazard does it bring? You need to be able to break down into torrential rain. What damage does torrential rain do? What is wind damage? And what is damage caused by storm surge? The last sector you need to look at is formation and distribution. What creates this tropical cyclone belt? Warm surface temperature for the seas, strong Coriolis effect. Okay, that will encourage the spinning action. and then finally it only appears in the tropical regions. So that is the end for weather and climate. Please download this from SlideShare, and good luck.